All hail the triumphant return of MagSafe, the real deal magnetic laptop charger. MagSafe is now back on the MacBook Pro. But while the return of MagSafe is exciting, the USB-C connector dominates the entire tech industry. Today, we're hosting a good old-fashioned showdown for our MacBook pals. Which charging cable wins? Okay, we're gonna roll up our sleeves and break down some pros and cons, but I wanna throw this question out right at the top. Is MagSafe a feature that might encourage you to switch teams? Maybe move on from a Chromebook or a Windows laptop and finally grab that MacBook. We're looking for those tasty hot takes down below. Okay, there are numerous angles we can tackle this conversation. One really interesting note, and the main reason we decided to do this video, is that the newest MacBook Pros can still charge with USB-C cables. So for anyone who gets one of these new machines, they genuinely have a choice between the two. And some of us here at Slickdeals have really been struggling to figure out if they'll go back to MagSafe or stick with USB-C. Looking at the MagSafe connector, it's a hearty, peace of mind connector. Life is starting to open up a bit. Here in Southern California, I'm seeing more people writing their screenplays in coffee shops again. And if you're working in a shared space or an open cafe, a breakaway cable makes a lot of sense. Someone catches your charger while walking by. You don't want the cable to pull your expensive laptop right off the table. The other advantage of MagSafe is getting the fastest version of fast charging. The MagSafe connector can handle a higher wattage than the Thunderbolt connectors currently support. The M1 Pro MacBook ships with a 67-watt charger. The M1 Max MacBook ships with a 96-watt charger. And sold separately, because Apple, is a 140-watt charger, which is insanely fast at topping off your battery. Apple estimates around 30 minutes to charge from 0 to 50%. That's quick for a phone. That's impressive for a laptop. And the new charging speed is currently only fully compatible with MagSafe 3.
So this sounds great. Why would we use anything else on a MacBook? Like, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Oh, hold on, you gotta pump your brakes there. Now, MagSafe is just returning, and there are some advantages to USB-C. First, MagSafe is proprietary and expensive. Right now, only the current MacBook Pros use it. The next MacBook Air will probably get it, but at the time this video was shot, that hasn't happened. And a new MagSafe cable is $50. Even buying from Apple, a USB-C charging cable is only $20. Plus, you can find many alternative cables and different cable lengths in USB-C. MagSafe only comes in a 2-meter variety. I recently invested in a high-quality 3-meter USB-C cable, also rated for 100-watt charging, and it's kind of changed my life. Apple gives you a MagSafe cable in the MacBook box, but not the fastest charger. Getting that 140-watt monster means adding another $100 to the purchase price of your MacBook. Otherwise, it kinda doesn't matter if you use MagSafe or USB-C, your charging speeds are gonna be the same. But on top of that, USB is ubiquitous. If you lose or damage your MagSafe cable, you have to order one or live close enough to a Best Buy or an Apple store to grab a replacement. If you do lose your MagSafe, you're still going to be able to charge on USB-C. There's way less urgency to get it replaced. One of the things I absolutely love about MacBook design is the collection of Thunderbolt ports on both sides of the laptop. You don't have to worry about running a cable to one side of your MacBook. You can charge off either side. I have an old Windows PC, which is so annoying that one USB port can charge and the other port supports video out, but not both. That's dumb, but I digress. 96-watt charging ain't nothing to sneeze at, and it can be used on either side. You don't always get to pick which table and which outlet you might want when you're at your local cafe. The utility of USB-C is one of the things that I value the most. If I pack a MagSafe cable, it's very good at the one thing that it does. If I pack a USB-C cable, that same cable can charge my laptop or it can connect to other accessories. I don't need to pack additional types of cables. USB-C works for multiple solutions. It even reduces my need for HDMI. I have a portable monitor that runs off of USB-C. Now, obviously, I'd probably have more than one cable with me at a time, but with USB-C, I'm not digging through my bag for the right cable. I just grab whatever I need when I need it. I don't even have to think about it. And if you're really into the Mac ecosystem, it's nice sharing cables between your laptop and tablet. Let's get with it, iPhone. And come on, Magic Mouse. It's getting a bit silly that this terrible mouse design still exists. Okay. We're landing this plane. We can start wrapping this video up. MagSafe 3 versus USB-C. Which one? I gotta give the overall victory to USB-C. MagSafe 3 is a fantastic return to form. It's an excellent connector for the one job that it has. Like I said, I know a bunch of people that are so happy to have it back. But over the years, Apple's worked really hard to move people over to Thunderbolt and USB-C. And MagSafe ultimately becomes a victim of Apple's success. First, MacBook battery life is crazy good. This minimizes the number of times you absolutely need to charge faster than 96 watts. Many MacBook users will go the whole life of their MacBook and never know they had access to a faster charger, let alone feel like this was a significant omission. So then we factor in the cost, the availability, and the additional functionality of USB-C, and that's a pretty easy win. There are reasons why a good universal standard improves the consumer experience. Or I could be way off base. What say you? Is there something here that I've missed? Did I overlook a key piece of evidence that changes the scoring? Drop us those hot takes in the comments down below. As always, thanks so much for watching, for sharing these videos and subscribing to the channel. Also, if you decide to make a purchase using any of the links in the description, we make a small commission. For Slickdeals, I'm Juan Bagnell, aka Some Gadget Guy, and I will catch you all on the next video.